What's up, y'all? It's your curvy cousin Shy here with a video on my transition from vlogging on my iPhone to vlogging on my Sony ZV1f. So before we get into it, I want you to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Become part of the family and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, I am recording this video completely raw. There will be no editing, there will be no filtering or anything to that effect. I am challenging myself as a creator to be more prepared and more on point when I am in front of the camera. So, if you see some bloopers, don't come for me, okay? All right, so let's get right into it. Previously, I have been recording on my iPhone. Not on this iPhone, the iPhone that I'm actually on right now. So this is my daily use phone. This is my iPhone 13 Plus. I typically record all of my vlogs on my Apple 14. It is not a Plus, it is just a regular Apple 14. And that was my dedicated recording device. I decided earlier in the year that, hey, I was going to commit to creating content on a daily basis and making sure I up my game on my YouTube channel. So I purchased this device. I am a avid Samsung user. That was the only phone I ever had. Love Samsung. I come from a world of unlimited storage, up to 1 terabyte with your SD card. So coming to Apple was a little bit of a transition. So as I began vlogging on my cell phone, I ran into that issue. You need more storage. You need to purchase more storage. And it was, for lack of a better term, a pain in the neck, okay? So I would literally be in the middle of capturing some type of vlog or talking to my audience, and I would get that amazing message that I didn't have any storage. So my workaround was I went and bought a SSD device so that I can transition my videos to house them there. And I did that for a few months, and that too became a little bit tedious for me. As I tried to reevaluate what I wanted to do, I decided that I wanted to get a dedicated camera to vlog on. And that's how I came up with the Sony ZV1f. I did a ton of research around the Sony ZV1. I even went and purchased it. I got it home, and again, I am not that girl that wants to, every time I want to change the battery, have to unscrew it from the mount, and it was just a little too much for me. So I decided, hey, what do you want? You want something that's ease of use. I don't want another charging cord over here in my work area. I already had a C-port connection for my iPad, even for my Apple Pen, or my knockoff Apple Pen. It charges on a C-port, a C connection, a USB-C, and it has a touch screen. So it would be the easiest transition for me coming from an iPhone to a camera. I just did not want to have to do a whole bunch of manual work. I wanted to point, shoot, and call it a day. So I got the Sony ZV1, got it home, and I was fiddle-faddling around with the actual menu. And I said, you know, do you really need all this? And after careful consideration, I decided on the Sony ZV1f because, again, I am still in my novice phase of vlogging. So once I got it home, I unboxed it. I also purchased the tripod from Sony, which you see attached here. And I started to vlog. And This is my review after utilizing my vlogging for a little over 8 days, right? So I've been using it for a little over 8 days. And this is the differences. These are the differences that I identified from transitioning from a phone to a camera, as well as looking at the monetary differences. And I'll get into that in just a second regarding what additional items you would need to purchase as you transition from your cell phone to your camera. So just a few of the recognizable differences is, number one, the camera on the iPhone is phenomenal. I mean, everyone knows that. It's absolutely amazing, especially if you're shooting from your back-facing camera. So often when I would vlog, I would definitely have my phone facing me where my audience could see me. And then if I was looking at something that was a point of interest or something I was referencing in the actual video, all I had to do was touch the screen and flip the camera. And then flip it back however I needed to. So that ease of use is not necessarily available when you transition to a camera. You then have to manually flip it. And if you already have your viewfinder facing you, you have to flip your viewfinder as well. Let me go ahead and give you an example. So if I'm vlogging and I'm talking to my audience and I want my audience to see my iPad that's sitting in front of me or to see you, I would then, wait, hold on, let me open up my viewfinder, because atypically we're gonna vlog like this, where we can see everything that's going on. But if I want to show my audience you, for example, I am going to have to, I would encourage you to flip your screen first and then go ahead and turn it around so that you can make sure that what you are trying to capture, your audience can now see. So it is more of a manual flip. I am so afraid that I am going to break this little thing because I'm always flipping it in the wrong direction. So just keep that in mind, that you will have to manually flip your camera so that you can show your audience what it is that you are trying to see. All right, so that's a difference between vlogging on your phone and vlogging on your camera. The other thing that I noticed as I started making the transition is sometimes I would take a shot and send it right to Instagram or send it right to TikTok. Well, you can take a shot on your camera, but you would have to definitely leverage the sidecar option for the Sony app to go ahead, pull it from your phone. That takes a little bit of time. It's not instantaneous. And then at that point, you can upload it to all of your social medias. So keeping that in mind. All right. Next, as far as the clarity, both cameras are super, super clear. I would have to say, by me doing a side-by-side comparison, the back-facing camera definitely is a lot clearer, and it's not a whole lot of tinkering you have to do with your cell phone in order to get it to do what you want it to do. With your Sony ZV1, yes, you're gonna have to kind of set it up to do what it is that you want to do. You can definitely put it in auto intelligence or intelligence auto. That's great, but also you can make some manual changes if you need to so that you can get the picture that you want. I've never had to touch my iPhone camera to make any changes whatsoever, but again, that's something additional you want to consider. Okay, y'all, I promise I won't put my hands together because I hear that the camera is picking up my clicks on my nails, and I don't hear it like real time, but the camera, the audio is right below where my hands are, so it's picking it up. Which brings me to my next point. The audio is basically comparable, but the upper hand or the additional caveat to having a camera is that you can buy additional what's the word I'm trying to say? Microphones. I was getting ready to say auditory accessories to go onto your camera that definitely slides right into the little port at the top, right where your dead cat or wind muff is. You can definitely add that to your camera as well. You also can add audio enhancements to your phone if you like. I actually did that. I have 2 microphones that I plug into my phone when I'm using it or into my iPad, and they work great. So that may be another accessory you would need to buy that may not be compatible from your phone to your camera. So we're getting into the area of the conversation of the money. What is it going to cost you to transition outside of the cost of the phone? So I will talk to you about some of the things that I had to buy just so that I can make it comparable to my phone setup as I made this transition. So the very first thing is I had a amazing mount, and I still have an amazing mount in my car that housed my phone. And when I would do my vlogs, you know, my audience could see directly at me while I was driving. Well, I had to search the market to find something that was comparable for my camera. So I went ahead and landed on this Ulanzi window mount. It's also great for you to use if you're trying to get, let's say you're doing a get ready with me or something to that effect. You can stick this bad boy right onto your mirror, put your phone there, and you have an amazing shot. So the versatility of this is absolutely great. I don't think I had anything like that with my phone. I just basically used my tripod, but this is an amazing find. I got it on Amazon. Everything I'm going to go over, I got it on Amazon. So you have to buy another mount because this is the threading underneath your camera. And of course, this is an investment, so you want to make sure that it's secure as you are driving, okay? So I had to purchase this. I want to say it was about $40. Hold on one second. Let me get my phone so I can give you the prices of all the things that I purchased. I know Amazon is sick of me. Okay. And what's good about it is I did all of this around Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So, you know, it worked out. So we're going to start off with the mount since this is the first thing that I have up. The mount, I paid $44.95. So basically 45 bucks. So on top of the cost of your camera, my current setup, what was that? $499. So basically $600. Wait, is that right? Yeah. So $600 for the camera and the tripod was 600 bones, okay? Then on top of this, please don't let me get to adding this up because then I'm really going to be in my feelings. But hey, we got to do it. This was $44.95. So basically $45. So $45 for the mount. And the next thing that I purchased was the SD card reader. This one is from Anchor. So I got the SD card reader so I can hook it up to my iPad. And that was $17.99. So basically $18. The next item I purchased was, and And I still have other things coming, y'all. The next thing that I purchased was this silicone cover, the little purple one here, just to protect it because I did get my camera in white, and that was $16.95. So $16.95. The next item was a tripod. I'm used to, when I'm out and about, getting different vantage points by hooking up my phone to a tripod that stands about maybe 5 feet, and I can walk around and it kind of looks like I have a drone, if you will. So I'm going to show you the one that I have for my phone, and then I'm going to show you the one that I have for my camera. Again, the cost was $20. I got the white one, so I paid $24.79. So this is the tripod that I've used to death. It has the camera, it has the remote control, which is why I opted for this tripod with the remote, because I'm so used to using it with the remote control in my hand. And now I'm noticing, like, as I'm doing this comparison, I was like, why when I'm vlogging I have to hold my hand up higher? Like, that's weird for me. Like, to get it to face level, you literally have to have it like up here. I'm noticing now why, because my old tripod had a few inches on this tripod, a lot of inches. Okay, so that's why I'm feeling the difference between, because then also you got to think about the fact that with my phone attached, that gives it some additional height. So it was very comfortable for me to hold. You see, it's right there. It's right there. And honestly, it's a little higher than it needs to be, but I could talk to my audience without having to hold my hand up so high, my arm up so high. So if you're looking at the distance between this one and this one, that's crazy. So another thing we just identified, definitely we're going to do the comparison on the tripod, but what's the point of having this tripod in your hand if you're going to be using the other one? Do you know what I mean? So this is the one that I use for my phone. It did great. I loved it. It stands up to 5 feet. It has the telescopic, so it has the legs on it. It has the telescopic arm to it. And again, if you see how quickly I got my phone in there, boom, bam, we're in business, right? When I got to take it out, boom, bam, seconds, right? When you transition to a camera, it's a little different, okay? So this just came today. This is my Ulanzi telescopic, not Ulanzi, it's another company. This is my telescopic tripod. Again, similar setup. If I had to put them side by side, they're about the same height. Yep, a little bit higher. And it also came with a little remote. It's in the bag. It came with a little bag. Again, everything I got from Amazon. $24.99 because I wanted it in white as well. And now we're going to go ahead and compare the difference between me. You just saw me take my phone off that mount. I'll re-demonstrate for those who don't recall. So literally, when I got out of the car or I was going somewhere, I would, and this is not the phone I use. The phone I use is actually lighter and smaller. So I would just pop it in there, boom, bam, we're done. When I got in the car and I was getting ready to transition to the mount that's in my car, I literally took it out the clamps, pow, it's done, pushed this down, and I was finished. Sitting in the passenger seat, popped it right into my one that's in my car that's mounted, and I was gone in the wind. Okay. So what my process looks like now is you're threading underneath. You got to be careful not to strip that, because then you're going to have to get a cage, and I'll show you the cage in a second. And this is my first time even using it on this mount, because I just got it today. Perfect. Actually, this is much more comfortable than this one. I mean, this is comfortable, but this is comfortable too. And it's giving me what I need as far as the height. Versus I did a vlog today and it was cutting off the top of my head the entire time, because I had my arm, as we naturally would do, next to my body to get leverage and stability. So you see the difference in time, right? And then when it's time for you to get out the car, then you now have to get in your mount. Okay. Oh boy. And that's weird, because this is not screwing in all the way. And I know other people have used this camera with this mount. What is this little ball right here? What is that? I'm in the car, y'all, trying to figure this out. Okay. All right. I think that's it. All right. Perfect. So now I'm ready to pull off. Keep these things in mind. Okay. If you are transitioning from a phone to a camera, you have to do these things. Okay. So then once I get out of the car, not too bad, not too shabby. Then I'm back to my little baby tripod here, because that's what I'm gonna call it from now on. You're the baby tripod. I need to screw it back on here. Now that's a lot of screwing going on for you to have to just be moving around. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay. All right, and now we're back in the house. Okay. And this is every day that you vlog. Okay. Now, God forbid you strip this little threading on the inside. And you may not want to use them out. You may use what some bloggers use, and it's some kind of like grip pad on their dashboard that they use. I'm not even going to hold you. I was not going to do all this screwing here and screwing there. I tried to roll with my old mount, and I tried to clamp it in there. It held on, but it was holding on for dear life. But the point of the matter is that it held on. Okay. So I did purchase this. This is a Ulanzi cage. I'm going to show you what the cage is for. And again, this is, God forbid, you strip this threading on the inside. Somebody told me the threading is replaceable, but we're not trying to do all that. Again, I'm about the simplicity of things. So this is a cage. And the cage goes onto your device like this, basically. I'm going to try to resimulate. This screw screws into the original screw, that the threading that's already under there that you attach to everything. The great part about this, and I'm going to have to send this one back because it's not threading. It's not getting in there the way that it should be. And you cannot use this with a protective case. You can't. It's just not lining up. You won't get access to the door, which is the whole reason why you got the camera in the first place. Well, me. I'm talking to you like you me. Which is the same reason why I got the camera in the first place, because I didn't want to have the problem that the ZV1 has, where you always gotta unscrew it to change the battery. Okay? So the cage is designed with all of these different holes at the bottom. So you can screw it and mount it into anything with these four access points here, and then you have these 3 access points there, right? So it's very well constructed. It's made out of metal, solid, but it's not threading. It's not doing what it's supposed. Like my thing is spinning for some reason, and I'm gonna have to do some more research to see if it's a user error or what. But I had already boxed this sucker up to go back to where it came from. Who this for? All right. So let me give you all the price on this in case you want to invest in it. Again, this cage may not work, but I am going to get another cage because I'll be darned if I have a problem with that. Oh, another good thing about the cage, and let me see, I didn't see that on here, is that, yeah, that's another reason why I got the cage, is because it allows for additional cold shoe, which is this little thing where your Wim Up goes. That's a cold shoe access point. So it allows for additional cold shoe access points. So I love the idea of being able to hook like a light source here. Was it only one? It was only one. So the picture got me. Oh, you can also screw in like a microphone or what have you. So it was just that one thing that, you know, it had 3 purposes, and I just was like, yay. But I got to figure out what's wrong. The only thing that I tried to thread through here was the tripod. It's not threading. So I might still keep it just as a I may need you kind of thing, but I don't know. So I paid $14.95 for the cage. And it's called the Ulanzi Sony ZV1f R105 quick release plate. Y'all, I do not, oh yeah, it has a quick release plate. And the way that the picture has it set up is that it doesn't block the door. It doesn't, but I don't know, it's just not working for me. Quick expansion, it gives you multiple holes, different, you know, devices and things that you can add to it. I'm giving you all the names of it because I don't like pending links in the bottom. So I'm still a novice at this. Okay, I'm back now. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up because I know this video is pretty long, but I hope it was informative to someone. And then the last 2 things that I purchased, I really didn't need to purchase this, y'all, because I have SD cards up the wazoo. I just have, because one of them was in my phone. I don't want to erase that one, so that one is not even in the running. But I have a 256 gigabyte already in the camera. This is a 512. They was on sale. Like, what? And then I got this SanDisk one, which is 128 gigabytes. So while they were on sale, I said, let me go ahead and get it. I'll tell you how much I paid for the 512 because that's a half a terabyte. I will tell y'all right now how much I paid for that one. Okay. 512 gigabytes plus it came with the SD card reader. I couldn't just pass that up. It was, dang, I paid $45. I might send him back. Like, I really might send him back. But I remember back in the day that I paid like $100 and something for an SD card. Yeah, you might you might be on the road home, baby, because I really don't need you. And then on top of that, I bought this one from Best Buy. I can't tell you the price of it. I want to say it was like $20-something, but I bought this from Best Buy online when I ordered the camera. So I got ample storage. I don't need any storage. I can't believe, like, what was I on that I spent $45.99 on this? Is that the original price? I can't believe I did that. Like, was it a black excuse me, y'all, sorry. Was it a Black Friday sale? I'm getting over a cold. Was it a Black Friday sale? Like, he going back. He going back. But if you want it, it's $45. It's $45.99. I don't think I paid that much. I'm going to have to... Like, is there a way for you to see in your library, like, how much you paid? I did get it for Black Friday. Anyway, I digress. What else? I think that was all that I purchased. Oh, I did show y'all this one, right? So this is for me to adapt my USB-C, my current USB-C SD card reader, so I can connect it to my phone if I needed to. I'm gonna have to see if I really need this. So that is all the accessories that I had to purchase from my Sony ZV1f. If you did the math, which I haven't, but I'm just doing it off the top of my head, I probably paid an additional $150 for the accessories. So just keep that in mind. Again, my base setup minus the cover was $600. Wait, so $399, that's $400, and then $100 is $599. So basically $600. When the Sony ZV1 is $699 right out of the box, without any stand or any type of tripod whatsoever. So again, it is the cheaper option if you're looking for a setup. I just want you to keep in mind the transition process. You know how they say everything that glitter ain't gold? I'm not saying that. I think it's a great transition. I am still going to use my vlogging phone as well as my camera. It can serve as a great attribute because where your phone is lacking, your camera will pick up, and where your camera is lacking, your phone will pick up. So they're great to use cohesively as two ways to create your content. I would just encourage you to make sure that you weigh your options. If you don't have an extra $150 to invest in accessories, you don't have to. You can do it as time go on. I still have a few additional accessories that I need. I have purchased a step up ring so that I can open up the wide view, which I probably did that prematurely simply because the tripod is so low. I'm like, why am I getting cut off in the shot? And I'm thinking automatically my mind went to, it must be the 18 millimeter, is it 18 or 20 millimeter lens in here, when in actuality, it could have just been a shortage in my tripod. So something to consider. Do you need all these accessories? Do you want all of them? You don't have to get them all at once like I did. I just wanted to get it one and done. This is my birthday gift. My birthday is coming up. So I wanted to gift myself a camera for my birthday. And this camera will serve as all things video capture, like how people used to have camcorders in the day, back in the day. That's what this camera is going to be to me. Not just vlogging. Yes, that is its primary job, but when I'm just hanging out with my friends and family, I'm going to have my camera. So it's dual purpose for me. So thank you so much if you got this far in the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate you. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. My content is not typically around technology, but I am a tech head, so you might get sprinkles of it here and there. But thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and happy vlogging.